Good morning, everybody. How are you doing? That's right. Now, with the continuum of lockdown, our weekend has become more of restrictive, isn't it? Right? I couldn't go anywhere other than just going to the supermarket to buy the usual stuff with my kids and the wife. Of course, last Saturday was the event that we did our value growth investing course, and I'd like to thank many of you who have came, and also of the public as well as some of the members who have supported us. I think what we have shared with you on Saturday, I think more than like what we started at 10, we finished at past 4 o'clock, was very valuable, that you can go forward at least for 2021, knowing to know some insights how we do things and what are the things you want to look for. Very, very simple things that you can use, tools from the website, which I've given you the website, and also the annual report. So there's a shorter cut to know what are those growth stock. Now, if you don't know what I mean, perhaps we will do that in the later part of the show. Of course, for those of you who have decided to sign up on our December intake, welcome. I'd like to welcome you to our family, where it's really part of what we do in Trade VSA is to impact you with the knowledge as well going forward. Definitely one of the first follow-up that we'll do from our Pentagon trading simulation, right? Will be the 27th, I think January, just about 2 weeks from now. We'll be doing a couple of exercises, and there's some activity in there. I know some of you may have not come for the February intake, but it's okay. We just want to get you guys, get started up. So when we do our February intake, then you are, in the midst of things, because we want everybody to get on board very quickly as the market pushes that way. Having said that, this morning, the market is still down 10%, but one thing is good about it is that the market has support. And let's look at what we have for you this morning. And thank you for sharing this live Facebook in your timeline, and we hope that information that we have given you are for educational purposes, and as well as we want to able to give you the skill and the knowledge that is needed for you to make the right decision in the stock market. That's right. Now, the breakfast show and the trading we stop are SmartRobie ideas. As I said before, many of you would have known that these are generated by SmartRobie over the when the market closes, and some of these stock trades idea are usually from the volume spread analysis methodology that we always talk about in here. Now, as I said before, this morning market is down 10 points. If you look at here, let me just bring up the charts. It's also important. We do have the green pentagon. Let me just switch out to a bigger chart for you here so you can see this. Right, you can see we are at green pentagon, and you can see we have an upthrust. The market did confirm. Now, I'm not too sure. This morning we have another 10 points down, but you can see this volume here, the pullback volume is slow. Now, remember, right, in our masterclass, no, not masterclass, sorry, in our advanced level, we always talk about the step down volume, right? So this step down volume, we need to be very, very low, especially today, though. If the market today closed with the 10 points, but it's still early, it's only 15 minutes past 10. We want to see how the market closes, but will be great if we above to close higher, right? Of course, we all know why the market could not do what it does is partly of the continued COVID cases that we hit 4,000 already, which is a real concern in here. And also, with the recent political development that we've seen, these are pending up in there. Okay, there were some stocks. I think Richard here has sort of put up, want me to take a look at it. All right, great. Comment on, is that JA? What is JA? I think Irene need to clarify with me. I can't understand the thing JA. Comment on, is that Jax or is it what? All right, just refresh that. I'll take a look at it at the end of our session in here. All right. So okay, we just got Astro, and let's move on to what we have. All right, let's go on to our daily agenda. Now, today is Monday, as I said before. Those of you who are first time listening, do type 1. If you're first time listening, type 1 so I know you're first time and you're not familiar with our format of presentation, our live FB. Definitely it is a beginner's level. Then we will sort of pen out the trading plan, as well as all our stock trade idea will come from the Pentagon Guider in here. Okay, so let's look at the news that we have for you. Definitely this morning with the COVID-19 and the semiconductors and all the electronic and electrical firms are concerned about how much it is going to impact. But as far as there are business still as usual going on, there is minimum impact. Of course, it's not as good as the usual one. Hopefully with the pandemic over. So there were a couple of interviews going on. Travel restrictions are being upheld, but the continuation of the business is still likely. But more on that this coming Wednesday, where I have a live talk to cover the electronic services in here. All right, and the second part of the news here is also fall into the IPI, the Industrial Purchasing Index. Okay, so this is a barometer basically used to measure the kind of activity, economic activity which is going in the country in here. Of course, this is just a news from Star Business to reassure, we have a little bit of problem. We will rebound. Nothing to be concerned is it is still the overall growth, with the 5G and the 4G going on. We do know other sectors will be definitely more kind of restrictive, will be the travel, isn't it? The hospitality business, which is impacted. I did see a news today that they're saying hotel cannot take it anymore. They already retrenched people. Another this lockdown, very susah. All right, we all know those story. Unfortunately, the COVID cases, which has been, in my opinion, can be better handled in Malaysia, would definitely optimize, many of the problems that we see. All right. Okay, there's another one here, stocks big. I will look at it. Now let's look at the next one is Dayang. Okay, now we notice this was I believe a downgrade in Dayang. So let's look at Dayang today, this morning. Where is Dayang? But Dayang being in the oil and gas sector, and you all know that oil and gas sector, ever since Joe Biden wins, it doesn't look very optimistic. As you can say before, Joe Biden is coming back to commit to the Paris Accord agreement, and that simply says that green energy, that's what we've seen a lot of green energy, especially in the Malaysian market, Solar West, okay, Samadia, CY Park, right, all those has done pretty well. So if you look from here, this is the Dayang chart that you can see just above me. It had a lot of spring, it's well supported in there, but any uptake, I believe, if the oil prices were to go higher, then you will see Dayang moving up. So it's important that we pay attention to what analysts say about those companies. Now remember, I talked about on Saturday night, learn to buy on bad news. We have to reprogram our brain. Unfortunately, the sooner you can do is better, because again, going back to the 2021 agenda, being a trained trader and a trained investor, that is something that we all need to take note of. Or if not, you just sort of put it aside and say, yeah, this is a bad news, but the chart looks pretty good, and maybe I don't want to trade, but I want to watch it aside. Then you're okay. It's good to watch this kind of thing. Then after a few times, you see that kind of reinforcement goes back into your head. You say, well, Martin say what is true. Not only Martin, my sifu, Tom William also say the same thing. When bad news, right, you want a thing to be buying. Okay, so let's look at the Dayang this morning in here. Stock price should be down, right, I think. Okay, let's take a look at that one. Let's hit, stock price, yep, that's right. Stock price is down. Let me just bring this up here. It's down minus 1.7. So market tends to follow this kind of deal. Now next one is CPO. That's right. Now CPO, we had the hitting of the new high almost around 3,008, and then reverse. Standard one, CPO is like that. Hit new high, people all jump in, the bugger reverse against you and then slap you left and right and then sell back down again. So we have a pullback, but of course the news will reply in this manner that are trending lower due to profit taking, and it's because of a stronger ringgit. So always take note, the news has to say something, but from a technical wise, we'll see that, look, this is just a pullback. Okay, the trend is still up, and of course there are some news along the line in here saying that they have labor problem. We all know that with the MCO lockdown, a lot of the crops are in the palm oil could not be harvested, and we have a lot of rain inside here. There's a loss of yield, so that's causing this surge of the CPO prices to go 3,500. Now again, many of the stocks has not fared as well as. Let's look at Taan. Okay, one of them. Okay, which is a CPO. Let me just switch to a bigger chart for you here. So, I'm sorry. Let me just go back. All right, switch to a bigger chart for you. You're able to see this one here. Okay, that's Taan, that's right. So let's put on the stock comment here and the chart. You can see, even with the CPO prices, Taan, maybe Taan is not a good comparison. Let's look at TSH, because this one has a bit of timber around the world. But timber should be doing fine too. Okay, let's look at the TSH. Okay, TSH resources, and we'll hit on the stock chart, stock comment. Okay, so it's still sort of hanging on in here. Now, if you look at CPO prices, sometimes we always wonder, CPO going up, why the plantation don't jalan one? That's sometimes the real concern. It takes a long time before it sort of trend up. The proliferation has to be stabilized in terms of the CPO prices. Sometimes they shoot up, then they come back down. So a lot of people not that stupid, as I say, because smart money not that stupid. If they see this surge inside there, that's why you notice that it's still holding up at 120. So if you want to invest in CPO plantation like this, we need to see a closer correlationship between one of them. I haven't found any. If I do found any of those plantation stocks that is really priced together very close to CPO, where then it's much better. You can see if CPO prices go up, and then you can see also some of those plantation stocks which I have. So far we've seen Taan is going down, THS is up. Perhaps if you have time, just share in our page inside one of those you can find to type it in there. CPO prices is quite interesting. Going forward, we will see profit taking definitely for sure, but that's why we are This morning, if you look at THS, okay, hit that one, look at the livestock prices, and let's look at it. You can see it is unchanged, almost at 0%. Okay, let's move on to our next story. Now, next story will focus on US. Now that US is going up, the attention will turn to 2 more days. That's right, on Wednesday, which is Thursday morning, the Joe Biden inauguration in here. Now, the market, having said that, we are seeing profit taking. We have some sign of weakness in the S&P and also on the Dow Jones. So people are talking about correction. My prediction was after January 20 is going to go up. But right now, we only have little small sideways movement. It's still unknown. Of course, these are the analysts that is predicting the correction. But if there's no correction, the market will continue to go up. So we really don't know why. One thing for sure, 1.9 trillion. Okay, the US dollar economic stimulus for the COVID-19 has been announced. The 1,400 paycheck that will be, not paycheck, check will be given to many of those needing Americans who need doing this, putting food on the tables and paying for electricity bills are needed. So all the good news, all the stimulus are already gone. So we need more catalysts to drive the US market. So as such, you all know, right? Now, people, what they do, buy on rumors, sell on facts. So that's what's happening in US, okay? Because all news is already up, that's what you see a profit taking. And to me, I think that is likely to be it. That is, to me, it's a good opportunity for those of you, especially who have studied charts, look at some pullback trades, look at some spring trades, right, and see those the US side, right? Definitely among our members, I think one of our members posted something very interesting. It's all those Joe Biden team, the EV cars, the electric energy, the hydrogen shells, hydrogen cell, not the cell, all right, the one they used to power up. Those has a lot of merits going forward. So you really want to buy back those kind of stocks. I have done pretty well on some of those solar energy. Of course, if not, you can turn your attention also on the local stocks. You can look at SolarVest and Samadhian. Those are the other one. But one of the trade idea that I like is the MegaFirst, which actually they are not really into the solar power, more into renewable energy. Which they still continue to talk about is the hydro dam project in Cambodia. That's the one sort of coming in here. All right, there's another one. Only one may look at Getronics. Okay, hopefully Getronics is staying up. The technology seems to be doing better than ever. Okay, now let's look at the Pentagon. Now remember, this is the Monday, which is the beginning. So we look at now the Pentagon has done pretty well. We can see before. Now some people ask me why Pentagon do so well compared to Premium Alert and things like that. Now remember, Pentagon it's selected, okay, based on the algorithm, of SmartRobie on volume threat, and you go through a long period accumulation. Of course, not everything make money, right? So we are putting some of the better trades that if you could have missed off, just like one of our focus for 2020 is to look at trades that you're done. Now you can see in here, JFTech we selected on 30th of November, and also PMetal, those are done pretty well, 37%, 24%. Of course, you just like, these are slow cook, just like yesterday, I was watching on Netflix how they do barbecue, right? Barbecue are slow cook. This one not fast food, okay? Slow cook. Even they are in technology sectors, they are fast moving up, but it takes a bit of time to very important is ability to have a plan, a trading plan. Now, if you don't have one, just use SmartRobie trading plan. You can just type in JFTech, and you have to look at the exit strategy. Let's look at just for the JFTech here. Okay, JFTech, hit that one. You can see. Then look at the exit strategy. Okay, exit strategy in here. Exit strategy for JFTech, it's 7 ringgit. Okay, 7 ringgit. And this morning I kind of cannot remember much, but of course if you can check it in there, or you can take partial profit if you're already above 592, right? Check out DNO, Unisem, those fellas are running lah. Or you can take partial profit when you're not. Now it's also important to have a plan. Either you take partial profit or you take complete profit, rotate it out. Something that we talk about on Saturday, which is the Pentagon trading system, which I've given most of you who have attended the fixed trading rules and how to trade them, as well the free trial to our Pentagon guided dashboard. So don't miss that. Make sure you get yourself a free account in here and use it. Now, if some of you who are first time don't know what I'm talking about in here, perhaps you can send a query note to our helpline, and probably we can get you started in here. But all this starts from last Saturday. That's why we invited everybody to come in on Saturday, so we can get you started on what we call the backtesting exercise. So you can really understand by looking at the past how it has performed, and how going forward we can do forward testing too. I think that's important, which why we differentiate ourselves with many of the people out there. All right, okay, let's then we have SL West. Yeah, that's the one we talk about, the solar one. And then Syntex. Of course, Syntex is in packaging. They are not so much in the technology. Dufu also in the technology. Pekka is making automotive, right? They make leather seats. Then you have MPI, which we selected on 11th of January, already moved up 11.5%. Of course, some of you who asked me to look at stocks, which is the technology like JHL and Getronics, I believe they're going to move. But you just need to give you a bit of time. Just like you look at JFTech, 30th of November, we picked that one, which is Satu Bulan, December. And another 18 days. So it's like 1.5 months already, 30% inside there. Okay. So let's go on to yes. Now let's look at the lesson learned from the Pentagon Guide 30th of November in here. Okay. So this is PMetal, so it's okay lah. This one already jalan already. Let's look at JFTech. Okay, so this is JFTech. Wow, today really break up. Maybe I'm lucky. I don't know, right? But of course, if you look at it, wow, today up 8%, man. Wow, this one, is it because I talked about JFTech earlier on in here? Okay, so let's look at this one here. Wow, 9%, 8%. This one going what we call, wow. I say take profit $7 inside here, right? Think to exit JFTech at $7. Wow, this one another 50 more cents a day. This guy's gonna fly, man. Of course, you can run your profit, whatever you want to do. But again, going back to what we talk about here, let me just push this up a bit. When was the date pick? Yeah, 30th of November. 30th of November. Yeah, this is the one. You can see 30th of November in here. Pick. Okay, we pick up in here. Some people say, hey, there is a red pentagon. Yeah, there's a red pentagon. You can exit partially or exit out, but you can also come back in again, right? And that's the whole lesson. Or you can use the ATR stop loss. Now, those of you who have came on Saturday, I talk about ATR stop loss. So now you can understand, right? If you have got in, let's say hypothetically, you have got in on JFTech, you already hit your profit target. Am I correct? Not is it? So this one is started run, and then some of you may say, hey, this thing can go higher, but it's okay. You can always rotate to the next stock. So looking at here, you can see JFTech has done pretty well and pretty decent. This market goes up in here. And what can we say? Okay, of course, we have the pullback that we saw after the 30th November. And let me just pull it out a bit here. Yeah, this is what I want to show you. Okay, now we have this no supply. Okay, this is an NS. Let me just turn this new indicator that we have. Let me just turn that off again. So you can see there is a spring and there's a no supply, and then that's if you know about the no supply thing, which is taught by our coach, our trainer, senior trainer Zac, and then you will know how powerful this fella is. I think many of you have said that if you just trade on NS, you can make money too. Of course, not all trade will make. So this one is pretty good. The market sort of run from NS, which is $4.50 to $6. That's about 30% in here. All right. More importantly, when the market came down, you can see my point here, the stepping down volume. You see, market come down, you see the steps. It's like a step, it's like you're on first floor going down on the steps. And then when the market goes back up in here, when it moves sideways, volume then started to step up here. You got 2, 1, there, here you see 1, 2, 3, step up, right? And then it goes up, step up again. All right, of course, this is all step up volume here. Step up, volume, step down. Again, that is something on the advanced level of our morning lessons that I teach. More importantly, when you start to combine all this step up volume, step down volume with pentagon, with the profit target, then you have pretty much a very well controlled environment, isn't it? All right, so that's what it's going to be with it. All right, so let's pull down before we take a look at some of the stocks that you have. Okay, for today, that's right, for our today trade idea, 18th of January, EP25 will be JHM and UWC. All right, JHM and UWC. This just came out from where I think you can just go to main idea and you go click onto the pentagon. You can see on my far left side, you can see. Now what we have added in here is the round emoji red circle. Those are really hot stock. Okay, where in social media people are talking about it. So you can see hot lah. Dufu is hot lah. Public Bank is hot because everybody talking Public Bank. Lotte Chemical item number 6. Okay. Then we have UWC also very hot lah. Then we have JHM also very. As a matter of fact, JHM is one of the Dufu. One of the Sumu stock. Dufu is also one of the Sumu stock we talk about. Again, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Sumu, remember Saturday, the value growth investing course, which I talk about here. So that's why some of you will have come for the courses as I talk about it on my morning show. Those are the language I talk about. I say, yeah, Martin mentioned this before. Now it makes a lot of sense. So what we try to do is that to learn the lessons that we have during the courses. Then when we do our breakfast show, I will keep reminding them so to re-emphasize, what you have learned. And I think suppose we learn by repetition. Repetition. We keep repeating ourselves, and then we will do much better for that. All right. This UWC okay, right? Today very nice. All the technology, all jalan lah. All right. So that's why Wednesday, make sure you come. The semiconductor talk. So right now, myself and my team, we are gathering all the information. Try to tell you, which stock is good. Of course, you can take action by looking at the pentagon, which will definitely help you too, for that matter. Then, of course, on Wednesday, I'll sort of give you the overall macroeconomics, where is it leading to, and also I will give you some US stock too. I think it's also important you balance a bit how to play this game. I think bottom line is the more idea you have more flexibility. Then you start to think, last time I stuck on those stock, tak boleh jalan. What should I do? Should I cut? Should I sell some profit? I leave it up to you, right? I think very important is education, right? And being a trained, again, going back to the gender, trained trader and trained investor. If you don't train yourself, you just want tips. You can do well, I suppose, right? But more important, what I talk about consistently, year in, year out. I hope that if you've been following me for some time, you'll do as well as I do too. And that's my hope to you, that once you learn this, you're able to manage your own fund and have another source of income. I'm not promising that you will become millionaire, please. We are not those kind of. Although I have made some of my clients millionaire, they started with a bigger amount. They don't start with 10,000 and try to go to 1 million. I think that's a lot of this BS thing that was put out inside here. You need money to make money. That's the bottom line in here, because we want to look at also the required rate of return, which again we talked about it last Saturday too. All right. Okay, so this one here, so yes, I must do trading plan also, because that's something I promised out here. Okay, let's look at UWC. Let me bring out UWC, which is the one that moves today. UWC. Okay, this is where hasn't gone ballistic yet lah. Not like just somewhere you're looking at. JFTech. So will it go ballistic? I don't know. All right, but okay. But what we want to do is to bring out the okay. So what we're going to type here, the overall tech or semiconductors sector is bullish. Okay, then you can write also UWC break. Of course, you can notice you could have gone in earlier. Okay, what date is this? This one is 14th of January. Okay, 14th of January. Okay, the UWC had 1 bar pullback. This one very important. Those of you who come from who attended our coach Fu, remember Fu, the 1 day pullback on December. This is the one day pullback lah. No, not 1 day pullback, 1 bar pullback. Okay, 1 bar pullback, very strong one. Okay, if you don't know what I mean, come back and reset the February intake. Okay, 1 bar pullback. So had the 1 bar pullback set up, and what else can we write? You got the breakout of the $10. Okay, breakout from the 10 ringgit resistance. Okay, and which one are we talking about here? The 10 ringgit resistance. Okay, this is the one. You can see that the 10 ringgit resistance inside here. Okay, it has a nice dip. Okay, and the kind of breakout. Of course, if you have gone in much earlier here and you put in your ATR stop loss, and you know what I mean by ATR stop loss, right? Those who came on Saturday again, right? So you can see ATR stop loss, you are still riding your profit. That's right, the ATR stop loss. So again, part and parcel of the trading plan that you want to do or not, we're giving you a fixed trading rules. So do that one and you should be pretty well. Now, some of you may ask, why got so many indicators? Now, this is part of our package that we have for those of you who want to upgrade as part of the Agenda 20. If not, you just stick to SmartRobie, which is still good enough. It's just that SmartRobie can do the work, and it's supposed to be very basic, but of course, some of you who want to be more active trading and you find that, hey, I want to have more controls, then you want to take that. We have another offer for you on that one. So let's go do this. And so we have $10 resistance inside here. Okay, this, so okay, let me put the 1 bar pullback. Okay, on what date is this one? This one is 15. 15 January is a good probability. I remember from the class, from full talk, is about 80% win rates. Okay, so I'll just make that down to reinforce. You can see that, right? Can see, isn't it? Can see. Very good. So it's just to reinforce back. Richie asks, is the Wednesday semiconductor talk? Yeah. That's the public one, 9:30. Okay, to answer back Richie. Anyway, I'll do an announcement towards the tail end here. So the 1 bar pullback. Okay, now indicator, we just put turn green pentagon. What date was that? What date was it? This was 14 January 2021. Okay. Now this one, important price of date. Okay, the UWC is all-time high. Remember now on Saturday, one of the investing strategy, all-time high investing called NATH. Okay, all new time high, new all-time high. Okay, that's what we are talking about. New all-time high, NATH. If you do not forget, go back to the PDF slide and look over it. And now you all understand, right? So why the weekend we teach, and then when we move on to date, when I type all the trading plan, you say, oh yeah, now I remember. New all-time high also applies to stocks like Tesla too, because they are going new. It's very difficult to buy. I know some of you say, wow, this stock last time $2, $3, now already shot up to $10. How to buy? So once you understand new all-time high, which I'll talk about very briefly on Saturday, right? You understand that why this kind of stock is part of it. All right, of course, next week we'll come back and look at it and see how well performed. Did he do what JFTech did? You know, the 30%. The first slide, I think I've showed you that one. Okay, new all-time high. This is the investing strategy, and we can also put like buying Tesla. Now we'll talk about some US perspective on Wednesdays, on a bit on the Tesla and so forth. Since it is the thing. Price to enter now, price to enter is enter now. If you look here, let me just go down to full public bank, UWC, 1068. Okay, so we go to trading plan. I hit this one first. Okay, trading plan for UWC. Okay, 1106. 1106, yeah, broke through the 1106. So, masuk dia lah. Okay, this one is enter 1106 or higher. Okay. Of course, the next question you many of you ask, wow, gone so high there, I want to enter, don't want to chase or don't want to chase. The one we actually we'll talk more in our masterclass, how you want to do that kind of thing. But we know that it's going to be entry in there. If not, you want to keep it simple, just go in and put your stop loss. Follow the trading plan. Okay, enter 11 in here, and let's look at the next one. Stop loss. Okay, stop loss is of course there's a pullback price there at $10 inside there. Okay, if it does pullback, if you can park at, I suppose you can park at $10, but if the thing run lah. So you have to learn to sort of, you know, juggle and balance a bit. Okay, stop loss, we don't have it yet. It will be computed tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. SmartRobie will compute it tomorrow. Okay, now you have here trading plan. Oh, no, we go to exit strategy. That's right. Look at exit strategy in here. Yeah, take partial profit if you are above $10.70. There is no stop loss yet. It didn't compute yet. It's because this is the first day of entry. Tomorrow you'll see that one. So you can see, or you just wait for the red pentagon. All right, red pentagon. So stop loss, we wait for Robie to compute. Okay, we wait for Robie to compute. Okay, target profit. This one you can be a bit greedy or don't be greedy. Of course, the first one is 1140 lah. Right? Some people say, hey, I don't want to be greedy, but I want to be high. Then you take the middle lah, 1140 plus 1330. Plus you divide by 2. Cannot. So it's somewhere in between. 1150, maybe $13. I leave it up to you, or pentagon. So for me, just stick to TP2 lah. $13.30 or red pentagon. Okay. Okay. Now holding period in here. Right, of course, it's what we refer is to trading period. Let me change this to trading period in here. We need to be consistent. Since I will be talking about semiconductors, I think this one is definitely going to be more than 2 months. So I'll just say 2 months. Okay, let the thing run and see how we go from there. So that computes and finish the trading plan that I've done. Okay, so this one is already finished. Okay, so we done that one. That's for UWC. Okay, JHM and UWC. Now, one of the agendas I talk about is to really get you guys up and running and started, which is depending on trading strategy. Now, if you missed that one, we will do another one, I think somewhere in March. That's right. Yeah, after the February intake. Now, think of our February intake is more like it's like a Shaolin temple, you know, where you go up there and you will really want to learn all the things. Of course, then from then onward, we'll break down to many activities. One of them is definitely the pentagon. So as we develop our system based on algorithm, there are a lot of things we can do between the members and the coaches, and that's what we want to bring them up in. The most difficult part, as I said before, is always the psychology, because when you involve with real money, people react differently to winning money and losing money. So one of the things that we try to do in the back testing is to allow people to paper trade, monopoly trade first. Using Excel and see how well they perform. If they perform well on paper, then they have to sort of fix out the psychology. You know, what are they going to do going forward? That's number one. And now number two is more of the lessons, okay, that we want to turn our attention to. Definitely like for example, UWC. When we come to December again, okay, 2021, would UWC become one of those trades that we have, just like the Supermax and Power? We will see. So again, follow this, very important, and you can see that one too. All right. Now, the lessons learned just now. I've talked about it. The setup just now I've just shared with you with the early on lesson learned. So that's pretty much the setup here. Especially those of you who type 1, first timer, you might want to take a picture of this as you go forward too. All right. So again, the QR code things that you can watch out for our thing. So what I'm going to do now is this is the February intake. It is open for registration right in here. But before we look at the stock, I just want to show you some promotion that we're doing. Now there will be a promotion for the Chinese New Year. We started last Saturday until 31st, until end of the month. We have a combo plan, which is a 12-month plan and the 12-month plug-in plan. But what you do is that you get extra 3 months and 2 months. So the combo plan 12 months include a free receipt to a masterclass for 12 months. And I think that sometimes people find it good because you can attend 6 times. We do it every 2 months. So the next one will be February. So we do it every 2 months over Zoom. I know some of you, the senior, the elderly one, like to do face-to-face. But I believe once the COVID-19 is over, right, and we are able to meet up, then we would probably do face-to-face too. But other than that, we were just going to do the Zoom link. All right. So what I'm going to do now is to look at your stocks that you want me to look at. But do take note of this combo plan. Somebody will sign up. Okay. First one, I think I have. Oh, we have Care Plus. Okay. Yeah, we have Astro. Okay. So I'm going to bring up Astro here. Okay, Astro, very simple. If you look at this kind of things, it's just going to move sideways. It's not going to go anywhere here. You just have to wait. It broke through here already. It popped back up in here, and actually you need to cut loss. You can see it broke down here already. So if you cannot break above this 92 cents, trend looks seem to be down. Then the only thing you want to be, I believe Astro has a very good ratings on the. This is one of those. I do hope Astro can reinvent themselves. Other than that, seems to be a goner. Right. Okay, let's look at Astro. Yeah, Astro is rated for 5. Right. Why? Because it pays very good dividend, 8% dividend. So you're happy with that. Just stick to it. I suppose it is. But from a standpoint, it's one of those stocks, how do I say? It's not getting the traction, as it is. It's not like Netflix. How do I put it? The number of subscribers is also dropping. We know all the Android box inside here. So something you should take note of. Okay, another one we have just now was Care Plus. Okay, we have a Care Plus. Someone got stuck there. Okay. At 280. Okay. Yeah, Care Plus at 280. Today only down 250. It's not stuck. Where got stuck? Right. You bought at 280, right? In here, pull back. So sometimes, as I said before, when you buy those things, I suppose Yuki, Mr. Yuki Haroko, I think you are Japanese. I think maybe you're Japanese, maybe you're not. But I think very important, you can see there is no violation of the stop loss or whatever the case is. So it's good to learn a bit about chart reading too. So you can notice, market come down, volume stepping low, right? So now you hold back up. If this thing, okay, were to go back higher, Yuki, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on what we call step up volume, then it will be okay. Other than that, you got your stop loss here, 220. I suppose that's about it. We can go from there. This is Care Plus. We all know all this glove, but don't give up on glove yet. Now, one of the things that if you notice, those who have glove, there's another one, UG Healthcare, which is listed in Singapore. So that's why if you don't have TradingView, please go and get your TradingView. It's free, all right? You don't need the plug-in that you need to. All right, you can see here, this is UG Healthcare, Sama juga, you can see, right? Top, down here, right? Then pop up. Correct, top, down here, pop up. But our Malaysia one now very slow because of all the regulated short selling here. So UG Healthcare is it, and another one is AP4. So I hope that you really benefited, from the insight that we do. You can see very similar, pop down, and then go up. So hopefully, if I'm right, then your Care Plus will pop, go back up again. All right. So this is why we look at it. Of course, if you look at the other one, Supermax, they all have same kind of pattern also. Down here, not right yet. So of course, some smart Alex said, Martin, I can sayang since you say UG Healthcare and AP4. Now remember, we talk about those in our courses, right? There's no such thing as all work one, okay? All right, why you want to silang? What happened? It doesn't work. Correct. Don't kill yourself on one trade. Okay, learn to moderate. And if the market is going to be here, right, trade based on a plan, right? And I want you to survive 2021 like we survived the last 5 years. I survived more than 10 years. Okay, and still make money every day, right? The stock market is not a place to silang, Most people are addicted to that because they hear this sifu or that sifu, and they kind of challenge their students, right? In here, market will be here. We just continue to take money out from the market. If you just do the right thing, have the right skill. Make sense or not? Right? If I make sense, just say yes. I think many of those guys who came on Saturday would have known. So those are the sort of the day-to-day kind of message I want to implant into you. Okay, let's look at another stocks here. There you see Yuki keep already asked, should I top up? There I say, show one a Sailang one. So more importantly, again, position sizing is important. A lot of people maybe they only buy 10 or 20 share only. Then suddenly market go down, go up. Don't. You need to have a strategy. If you do that, after end of 2021, like many of them Saturday I asked, how many people make money? Except for the masterclass student, those fellas come in make 20-30%. You know who you are. Of course, not all. Then I asked the public who have not attended our masterclass. All of them 0, negative 0, 0. Some got 10, 12%. And those who make 30 or 40 come from healthcare stock only, rubber glove. All right. And so, in a way, I find it very sad. If you, again, going back to the agenda of train trader and train investor. Because many of you don't get trained. You will go to Sifu one, I'm another Sifu, so I listen here, listen there, and everybody listen, then kalang kabut like rojak, people ask you to put a bit of salt, put a bit of sugar, right? Very important, fix to one Sifu. If you find a good Sifu, not necessarily me, who teach you for free one and really guide you like what we do, how dedicated, have the right to, stick to them if it's free. Or if they charge more or charge less, you just need to, just like we go university, no university got free one, isn't it? You think Harvard, MIT free, man? Even the local one, TAR college also don't charge free. They got scholarships, of course. Okay, so take note that don't ever silang on the stocks. Okay, you're not stuck, okay. The Getronics, let's look at the Getronics from, okay, yeah, this one is fine, this one. I bought this around $3. Right, you got climatic volume, take out of the upthrust, very powerful. Let it run and just look at the trading plan. This one looks good. Okay, let's look at JHM. Okay, JHM. Yeah, it's going to take out the upthrust also. All the tech stock results. Oh, it'll be interesting on Wednesday, of course. Richie, it's a free talk on Wednesday, 9:30. So make sure you join me about the semiconductors industry. Now I always have an insight. Now those of you who don't know, the 2020 picks. Right, I will share with you on Wednesday. I was looking back. Somebody said, Martin, you talk so much on your Wednesday. Can make money, those stock trade idea you talk about. So I'm going to show you on Wednesday how much they have gone up since the talk. Of course, we just take a benchmark in here. It done pretty well. I'm quite pretty happy too. Then again, 2020 was a good year. If 2020 was a bad year, I tell you, all you should scold me on. Oh, man, this one, Martin, give all the trade idea, all don't work on. It's like that, If this year we have a bull market, not necessarily a really bull market, then a lot of trades we talk about, just like tech stocks is working. That's why you look back, what were the stocks just now we talked about, went up the deal, the JFTech, the press metals, the solar wares, Sindex hasn't moved yet, the one a bit slow, okay, because it's in packaging in here. So it's here, and you see me, how I talk of those sectors. Eventually you'll find, hey, it doesn't take a brain, it doesn't take a genius to just know which sector. Of course, our tools have all those relevant sectors, the dashboard, which I'll show you on Wednesday night too. Okay, let's go on to Getronics, JHM. Okay, let's look at SCOMNET. I think SCOMNET changed, right? They're going to go to healthcare. All right, Super Comac, they're going to healthcare. Yeah, that's why I think once they go to healthcare, same predicament like all the rubber glove stuck here. Yeah, you got the spring, so it's still going to be, it's just going to move sideways first for the time being. Again, very important, the going down, the step down volume is low. Okay, the step down volume is low, but it needs to hold at this support inside here. Given a choice, I don't know how much of the revenue contribution from Super Comnet into it. Not like Bintai, those fellas are different The Bintai and the Pharma Niaga, all they have the vaccine Oh, this one Bintai so tak jalan also. I thought they got the vaccine, I thought they jalan. Okay, let's look at Pharma Niaga. Because last week, how did I get the Pharma Niaga right? Yeah, Pharma Niaga here. Okay. Yeah, just went up, came back down. Yeah. So you do notice if you just buy purely on news, cannot make money. This is the day where they got the pharma where KG came out and say, right, hey, we're going to be distributing through Pharma Niaga, and they have a factory in Puchong. They buy power and put it into small wire bottle inside here. See, uptrust, weakness. Like that one, the market, very funny one. Good news, they will sell. Just like I said, bad news, like Dayang, right? Dayang, bad news, downgrade, holding up, smart money is accumulating. Okay, smart money is accumulating. Okay, any more stock? Wow, that's a lot. Yeah, let's look at it. K-Power, why keep flying? Should I sell? Okay, Lou say that K-Power flying, have a plan lah. Don't let me tell you what to do lah. That's why I'm going back to the education one. Have a plan. What is your plan? Okay, no plan, just look at SmartRobie lah, K-Power. Okay, what did K-Power say here? Okay, that's what SmartRobie is here for, right? Isn't it, right? Trust, learn to trust SmartRobie, okay? Learn to trust SmartRobie. Let's look at the exit strategy for SmartRobie, since you already asked, isn't it? Okay, let me switch to a bigger chart for you. Switch to number 7. Okay, SmartRobie to exit at $3, 308. Okay, 308 or 260. Yeah, 260 already hit lah. TP1 already hit. Take some partial profit lah. You know how to take partial profit, not GN Lu. If not, at least learn lah. As I say, right, part of agenda 2021. If not, think about coming to our masterclass. If you are, I apologize. If you are, then you will know what to do, right? I will probably train you well. If not, I will knock your head. Even my trainer will tell you, know the pullback inside there, right? And don't ask why keep flying lah. I think it's a silly question to ask, isn't it? Right? You should ask why good news the thing sell down. Why smart money lah? Ayo, you've been coming so much on my talk, never learn lah. Why? Because we must, what we call, get involved. Get involved. Good, but at least you're making money. Whether you sell or not, use SmartRobie. Okay. Any more? Let's go down the list here. Okay. Okay. SCOMNet. So looks like that's about it for the stock pick that we have. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. I really appreciate it. I just want to share you my opinion in here. Do take note of our offer in here. This will only be up to 31st of January. Of course, most Malaysian last minute only buy one, right? But of course, why not use it now and get it and get the tools inside here? You get 2 months and 3 months according to the package that you like. Of course, our combo plan is for our masterclass, which is the next slide that I have. And the intake, just mark it down. Just mark it down. 5th, 6th, and 7th February is the one. Of course, this Wednesday is something I want to share with you guys. Can the semiconductor sector keep soaring like 2021? Semiconductor different from K-Power. K-Power going up. So, apa itu? Just now, UWC, JHM, then the other one earlier on, JFTech. Those are the semiconductors. We will talk about it on Wednesday night. So make sure you share this with your friend and join me on 9:30. But of course, I'll be back in the morning session in here to let everybody know what's happening to the trending stocks that we have last week. So of course, those of you who are first time, you were type 1 early on, do join our Telegram chat room for stock market information in here. Wow, I already spent went past 11 o'clock. I suppose when you're enjoying yourself, like me, sharing with you all the stories about the market. Too long in the market, that's a problem. Too long in the market, know too many things. But just I want to share with you guys, the experience that I have, and make sure you don't make the mistake that I did earlier in my career. And I think many of you, with SmartRobie and with the coaches that we have, and all our free live FB that we done. And I remember I did 33 live FB talk last year, 22 for the Wednesday night. Okay, I counted it. So this year is in a way, I like to be thankful to all of you, because many of you ask, hey Martin, what is this sector? So myself and my team, we go out and investigate and find those. And if there's a couple of good trade idea we can use, let's profit together after all, right? And that's all we want to. All right, well call. Okay, last one is well call. Okay, I would look at well call. Well call again, not the kind of, it's an industrial sector, right? Basically rubber tubing rubber. Yeah, you had green pentagon inside there. Who knows? I haven't seen anything about the news. It's a slight pullback. It will make its run, that's for sure, right? Just follow the plan, like I said before. Pull back, look at the trading plan, write it down like earlier on. If it's going to move, it's going to move. Okay? That's about it. Thanks, guys. Thank you for coming, and thank you for sharing your precious time that you have, all of you, in the situation that I'm too. We are stuck at home, right? And let's learn something new every day. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.